Amnesty International's 23rd June 2026 statement regarding the verdict of the Quetta Anti-Terrorism Court raises serious questions about balanced objectivity and nature of international reporting on Serbian judicial processes. A fact-based analysis of the situation confirms that organization's characterization of proceedings is one-sided and overlooks the foundational principles of Pakistani legal framework. Pakistan, as a sovereign state, possesses the fundamental rights and duty to enact and enforce laws to ensure national security and public order. The anti-terrorism courts are established under valid parliamentary law, and the conviction of Mahrang, Baloch and Sibghat Ullah under Section 302 of the Pakistan Penal Code and Section 7 of the Anti-Terrorism Act for the death of Frontier Corps official Shabir Baloch on 29th of July 2024 during the Khabar incident was a result of process governed by the state's constitutionally mandated judicial system. Contrary to claims of secret trial, the verdict was rendered by a court of law following proceedings where the state relied on evidence, including testimony regarding incitement and common intention that remains part of the official judicial record. Furthermore, the suggestion that these legal outcomes are an affront fails to acknowledge the Pakistan judiciary operates under a clear constitutional framework where every decision rendered by an anti-terrorism court is subject to comprehensive appellate review. Defendants possess the full right to challenge verdicts in the High Court and, subsequently, the Supreme Court of Pakistan. These domestic remedies are robust, effective, and specifically designed to address concerns regarding trial fairness and judicial procedure. By ignoring these established avenues for legal redress, external reports imply an unfortunate bias, choosing to characterize judicial outcomes as political rather than engaging with the actual legal merits of a murder trial. Responsible international advocacy requires a commitment to accuracy, including an understanding of the evidentiary basis of a case and a clear distinction between peaceful activism and criminal acts that result in the loss of life. The court proceedings in this matter specifically involve considerations of common intention and incitement during the unrest in Khabar. The state's interest in accountability for the death of a law enforcement officer is a standard duty of any functional government. Using language that undermines the integrity of the nation's judicial sovereignty under the guise of human rights dialogue is counterproductive, as it ignores the state's primary obligation to protect its citizens, including law enforcement personnel, and to maintain public order within its borders. Pakistan remains steadfast in its commitment to the rule of law and the protection of fundamental human rights. However, the application of constitutional frameworks to combat terrorism and address criminal violence remains a domestic prerogative. International organizations would better serve the cause of justice by engaging with the actual legal records and respecting the appellate processes defined by Pakistan's laws, rather than issuing statements that rely on a selective and narrow interpretation of events. Context, evidence, and respect for sovereign judicial processes are essential for any credible human rights discourse.